What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Pugilism, aka MKO Boxing, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube, follow me on TikTok, all that good stuff. Yeah, we got the hat on, won the cup the other day. That's what it is. So yeah, let's get into this one. Last night's main event between Josh Taylor and Ekow Essuman. Now, going into this fight, I sort of was on the fence a bit with it. I would have pretty much gone with Josh Taylor to win this on points, just based on experience and stuff. But yeah, boy, was I totally and utterly wrong, as Ekow Essuman grinds out a points decision victory. And his performance was pretty impressive. Josh Taylor, in the early part of the fight, I want to say he sort of had the, I would say, the first half to himself. Josh Taylor would have been ahead from rounds sort of 1 to about round 6, 7. Josh Taylor was showing off his better skills, showing off some speed, good combination punching, and he was able to rock Ekow Essuman a couple of times in there, and he was sort of having his own way for the most part. He was he was sort of the man in charge. Started very, very positively, started at quite a clip, quite a good fast pace, especially in the beginning. And, you'd think it all seemed to be sort of going in his favor in the early rounds and in up until sort of the mid rounds. And then the fight kind of shifted and there was a change there in the around the sort of 7th round, where Taylor again had some good success early in the round and was able to rock Essuman, but then Essuman was able to sort of come back and able to clip Josh Taylor himself, and he really lived up to his nickname, because between the 7th and the last round, 12th round, Ekow Essuman was sort of all over Josh Taylor. He sort of began to just take over and bulldoze his way through on Josh Taylor, and as his name suggests, brilliant engine. He was in there landing combinations, making Josh Taylor have to work hard when perhaps he didn't want to work, and he was just working away, punching away. He was just kind of non-stop punching, non-stop combinations, and he just sort of took the fight, but as they like to say, scruff of the neck. He just took hold of the fight, took control of the fight, and just was very domineering and very bullish for the rest of it. Just constantly bang, bang, punching away at Taylor, combination after combination, pressure, 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 pressure. It was just pure pressure by Ekow Essuman, and it was just one of these fights where Josh Taylor, although he did well, he won his fair share of the rounds, Essuman just pipped him, just took it off him, because he just couldn't quite deal with sort of the pressure of Ekow Essuman, and he couldn't really deal with the pace that Essuman set, which was red hot. And even going into the championship rounds, Taylor would have a go, he'd have his moments, but Essuman would sort of be taking over and doing that bit more, and he'd always be there. Even when Josh Taylor had his success, Ekow Essuman follows it up with a combination of his own. So it was just too much, really, from Ekow Essuman, just too overwhelming for Josh Taylor, and he just outworked him and just outmanned him in there. Just very bullish, very front foot heavy, and he just wouldn't stop. He just would not stop. Absolutely ruthless performance by Ekow Essuman. Impressive by him. He gets the decision, and deservedly so. Yeah, very, very good performance by him. And really and truly, I don't know what's going to happen next for him, or what's going to happen next with Josh Taylor. It'd be interesting to see what happens if he, was in his hometown of Scotland, so they would have been expecting him to win. So this is going to be a big letdown. He's going to have to really consider what he does with his future. And as for Ekow Essuman, as others have mentioned, I think Joe Stunner Boxing mentioned this, that, just get this guy a world title shot, let him compete for one at 147. And I think great idea Josh Taylor's a very notable name, former undisputed champion at 140, very good quality fighter. But Ekow Essuman took him on and beat him. So, yeah, I'd love to see Ekow Essuman get a big fight now, get a fight at world level, because he is older than Josh Taylor. He's 36 years old now. So, really and truly, he needs to be sort of getting a move on and look to make some money, get into world honors. Try and look at someone like Barrios, or I don't give him much of a shot against Boots Ennis, but yeah, I think try and look at one of the champions there and get in amongst it. That's what I'd say, and I hope that's what Ekow Essuman gets that world title opportunity, because this victory certainly shows that he's a decent fighter. He's at a good level, and he could, for all we know, he could be a threat to some of the champions. Especially I want to say someone like a Barrios. Good fight for him if he could get it. Obviously, he doesn't have the big name recognition, but I think that's something that hopefully can happen for him. Some sort of world title opportunity down the line. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the fight in the comment section. Until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out.